Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma, and this is what I call my morning musings. Hey, before we get into the Thessalonians material this morning, just have to share with you, in John Hagee's latest mail out, which is April the 7th, 2015, he just talks about the blood moons and about how great, how awesome the movie is and how fantastic it is, fantastically it's being received. Strange. Not one word about how 3 of the 4 blood moons have already come and gone and nothing, quote, huge has happened. Not one word about the fact that just a couple of weeks ago, the 3rd blood moon passed with no earth-shattering event. Not one word about the fact that September of 2015 is the very last of the blood moon, when he assured us incredibly important things are going to take place. Because after all, the blood moons are supposed to be the sign of the end of the age. Instead of any mention about 3 blood moons having passed, not one thing happening, you know what he talks about? Again, how great the movie is doing, and he closes it out not with saying, let's all pack up because we're going up. Instead, it's, I'll see you at the movies. This is incredibly sad. Is John Hagee going to retract the full assurance predictions that he made that something incredible is about to happen and the 4 blood moons prove it? Is he going to retract his predictions of Gog and Magog? Chances are that 4th blood moon will come and go, and Hagee will just conveniently let it slide, saying nothing. Proving once again that he's a false prophet. Okay, well, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. We've gone through chapter 4, obviously not in depth, but nonetheless, we've looked at chapter 4. Look at chapter 5 now. Now, some people try to tell us that Paul's changing the subject. That's really quite ridiculous. Paul's not changing the subject. It is peride, and it's now concerning the day and the hour. He has specifically talked about what would happen at the coming of the Lord. Now he's going to talk about the time. He's already told them twice it would be in their lifetime, but now he's going to give them some other information about the time. And notice what he says: concerning the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I should write to you. Here's something absolutely remarkable. Some people try to tell us that Paul is going to tell his audience they have no clue about when the day of the Lord would be. I believe that's totally misguided. Paul is, in fact, reminding them that they have knowledge about the day of the Lord. Number one, it would come suddenly. Now, he uses an interesting Greek word, aphneidios, here, which does not convey the sense of imminence, like in those of us who are alive and remain. It's the suddenness of the event. And then he gives the illustration of a woman in travail. Now, let me ask you a question. Does a pregnant woman have kinda a general idea of when the birth is going to take place? That's his illustration. Point of it is, Paul said, brethren, you have no need that I write to you concerning the time of the coming of the Lord. You know it will come suddenly, and you know it will come like birth pangs upon a woman. But you know the times and the seasons. You see, he's contrasting their knowledge with those who have no knowledge. In our next installment, I will share with you that what Paul is saying to them is, just as he says very clearly, they have sufficient knowledge of the day so that they would be able to escape it and others would not. Now, that demands that they would know something sufficient about the time of the day so that they could act, while others who did not have their knowledge of the time would not escape. And that will take us back to Matthew 24 in the Olivet Discourse. You really, really need to understand this information, and I develop it extensively in my book, We Shall Meet Him in the Air, The Wedding of the King of Kings. Go to my website, eschatology.org or bibleprophecy.com, order the book, mention that you saw the offer on YouTube or Facebook, and I'll refund the $4.95 shipping. The material on this statement, concerning the times and the seasons and its impact on our understanding of when the day of the Lord was to be is profound. You need to get a copy of this book. Hey, thanks so much for joining me on this morning's Morning Musings. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Lord willing, we'll see you on Monday.